Good afternoon. This is Tisha McDonald here, Alternatives Beauty Studio. As you can see, my sister's not on yet. She had to run an errand, but she'll be here in a few minutes. So let's just talk a little bit about what's going on in the world today. I want my sister to be on before I get started with the topic of Donald Trump because everybody's talking about that right now. That seems to be the hot topic, along with Nicki Minaj having her baby and along with John Legend losing his baby. So we are going to talk about that today. Also, I just wanted to reiterate that we will be doing Extensions Expo on October 18th and 19th. That is a Sunday and a Monday. I will be teaching feed-in cornrows, and my sister will be teaching crochet braids. I see that she is popping in now. Good
Hey,
afternoon. How are you?
good. How are you?
I am so great. I was
Good.
just saying what we're going to be talking about today, pretty much.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit late, but it's all good. I'm here.
Yes. So,
How-
how was your day today?
It's been good. I just finished a client. Loved her hair. Came out cute. Teenage young lady, 12 years old. So, easy, easy. How about yours?
My day is light. It's light. My son is at football practice, but he's getting ready to. His father's going to get him now, and
Okay.
so yeah. Um, so we always start with what we were asked this week, or challenged with this week. We always start with that. So I had a lady come in, and hair loss is a big deal. Um, she did her own relaxer. So the whole back half of her hair is eaten out. She did a relaxer and then she went to get her hair braided. So
Okay.
all of it is back out here, and then
Wow.
the front is there. So she wanted to know if I can do a style of extensions or whatever. So I was like, yes. She thought that I wasn't going to be able to. I'm a professional. Come on now. So I was like, yes, we can do this. So she set up to make an appointment for Thursday. What we're going to do, she wants a bun on the top and like to hang down in the back. But she was thinking because it's all broken, it's really. I said no. I have a way to do that. So I won't give
Don't
out
you
the
love
secret
that?
now. That's another lesson. But yeah,
I love that. I love that the experience teaches you new things, like the years of experience. You learn new tricks, because I have to do that quite often with my alopecia clients. It's like, okay, well, how am I going to make this work? And sometimes it'll take me overnight just to think about it and say, okay, this is how we're going to do it, So it's pretty cool once you've been in the industry for a while and you know.
yes. So that was my question of the week. So all right, let's get into it. I want to say hello to whomever is watching right now. Let's talk about Donald Trump,
What about Mr. Trump, President Trump?
President Trump. Well, I must admit, did you watch the debate? We don't really get into politics, but I watched the debate and I was in hysterics, and my daughter got on my case and she was just like, Mommy, you're not supposed to be laughing at this. This is supposed to be serious. But I was like, how could you take it seriously?
If
You
it's
know?
funny, it's funny.
So, but it was just so ironic how 2 days later, 3 days later, you get Donald Trump is in the hospital. He has COVID. I was like, is this a ploy to not do the next two debates? Or, I really didn't take it seriously, but it seems like now that everything is like starting to calm down, that he really is ill. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Everybody got their opinion. I was just like, oh, some are saying that he was on the oxygen. I said, I don't know how much we could get into it on here because, you don't want
hmm
to
Get
really
yourself
offend
in jail,
anyone.
Facebook jail, Instagram jail.
Yes.
Yeah, get in trouble. So yeah, that's all I got to say on that. I don't know. And then also with these, I don't know if you've seen it in the feeds about mandatory COVID injections that everybody in the United States will have to get it, and it will be martial lawed in. Like the military will take a part in making sure that you get vaccinated. That's been in the feed. So I don't know, T. And people are like, no, and I understand just like with the flu shot, with the flu vaccine, your healthcare workers are the first to have it. It's like mandated that you have it, which I don't have a problem with. That's been around a lot longer than this new COVID vaccine, which they're saying that President Trump is supposed to get the first dose. But unless I'm drawing up out the vial myself, I don't trust that that is what it is. But yes, it
Yeah.
is coincidental. It's a lot of coincidence. It's coincidental that he got the COVID. It's coincidental that now they're making it mandatory for the United States, all of the citizens to have the vaccination all of a sudden we have a vaccine. We have, and it's just too soon. It's just too soon. And I know
Yeah.
I spoke to one of my friends today who said, because here in Alabama, you still have the choice of remote or in person, but her system, they are mandating that the children go back to school, and she is not happy about that.
Wow. Wow. And out here the rates are going up in New York City. They may be shutting back down because the schools, the kids are getting it like left and right. And like my son, his school is shut down for 2 weeks because a few of the teachers had COVID. So they shut down until October 13th is when he returns. So I don't know about the kids
And,
going back
and
to
they
school.
really mandating it. And hey, everybody, this is Nicki of Naturally Yours. I am naturally yours. And we're just talking in general today. No real hot topic, but if you want to jump in there and give your opinion or talk about something else, we're here for you guys. So, but yes, one, I feel like Alabama, and I don't know if it's nationally, having given online remote learning a chance. Everything has kinks and it takes time to work the kinks out. So give it time. And then two, everybody's used to traditional learning. And so that's why they are mandating it, because they feel like it's easier if the students are in school. Parents are feeling like if my child is in school, it gives me a break. I was talking to a client about that yesterday. It's like, yeah, the father works at home, and he's like, the kids are there. It's hard to work from home when your kids are there as well. So I think it's hard all the way around, trying to get things kind of in order. Whereas if you've always done homeschooling, because my sweet mate, she's always homeschooled her kids. So this ain't nothing new for her. And then for us, where we've taken online classes. So it's not nothing new. It's just different.
True, true. But like my son, two of my kids are home. Two of my kids are home, but one has to go to school. And this has been a very challenging week for him being home because of the different platforms that he has to go to. It's not just the one platform. Like my other two kids have one platform. He has like 4 or 5 different platforms. He's on four different Zooms. Then he's on Schoology. It's just like very difficult for him. He needs to
Yeah,
be
they
in
need to
school.
streamline it. They
They
need to
need to
streamline it.
streamline it. Need
Hmm.
to streamline it. But Nicki Minaj. So she had her baby, and here goes my daughter in the teens. She has her baby the same day Donald Trump goes into the hospital. Something, whatever these young people are saying today. And she was like, you really need to look at these feeds, but I don't go through looking through no feeds and Twitter and all of this. I can't be bothered with all of that. But congratulations to Nicki Minaj.
Congratulations to her. When I saw a picture of her leaving the hospital with the baby, she didn't even look like herself, because she's always made up with the colorful hair and stuff like that. But she looks so normal. I was like, that's her? Like, I've never seen her without like a full face of Barbie
Okay.
doll makeup and stuff like that. She just looks so normal, which is great. I think that this will be good for her. Kind of calm her down, maybe, just show a different side of her.
Okay. 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 I didn't see her picture leaving the hospital. But
Yeah.
Chris Teigen, is that right? John Legend's wife.
Christy
Chrissy
Teigen.
Teigen. I feel
Yes.
bad for her because she lost her baby. They lost their baby.
Hmm.
Jack is his name, right? So I feel
Yeah.
bad that they lost their child. Stillbirth is a serious thing, and more women go through it than people realize. I had a stillborn many years ago. My baby would be 18 right now, had he lived. But that was one difficult Hey, Kim. That was one difficult time in our lives. And, so I feel bad for Tegan and John Legend. And it never really gets easier. It gets easier over time, but she's going to be going through the depression of, like now Nicki has her baby, she doesn't have her baby, but she's not going to compare herself to Nicki. But I'm just saying, she's always going to think about my child would have been this age, or what my child would have been as the years go by. So, but she's not the only one that goes through stillbirth. It's hard to give birth to a baby and then you have to bury the baby. We chose to bury our stillborn. I don't know if the Legends are going to bury or if they let the hospital keep the baby, but we chose to bury. And
I could see them burying, because if you
yes,
saw the pictures of them holding the baby, because she did get to hold the baby.
yes,
My
yes,
thing with this one, and heartfelt sympathy for the family. However, I know that she's gonna do well with it. Not necessarily do well with it, but make more
be a
people
voice.
aware.
Yeah, be a
Yeah,
voice.
more people aware, because when she suffered with postpartum depression, she was on every platform, every newspaper, every magazine article that dealt with women's health issues. She talked about her depression and how real it was, and how her husband had to help her through her first baby with the postpartum depression. And so now she can use her voice again for moms that go through this stage, because it is very hard and difficult. I don't know it personally, but I'm sure that she can relate to some others on this platform. And I know I was talking with a client the day that it happened. The client was just scrolling and she was talking about it and how sad it was, and everything. She doesn't have any children herself, but we was just talking about how she can use this to help other women.
Yes,
But
and if she went through the postpartum depression with her first child,
right.
she's really going to go through it with the loss of this child to carry for so many months and then give birth and then the baby dies. So she she's really going to be dependent on John, and I don't know if she sees therapists and stuff like that, but she's going to be very dependent on them for this time. I didn't personally
And
go
I'm
through
happy that her
therapy.
mom,
Yeah,
I'm happy
I
that
didn't
her mom is
personally
there.
didn't go through any therapy or anything like that. I just got through it. Um, Walter and I just got through it, and we still refer to Inch as Inch because we didn't have a name. We didn't want to know the sex of the baby. Matter of fact, I had just had my 5th month checkup, and at 5.5 months, then we lose the baby, and we just had the 5 month checkup. So we didn't want to know the sex. So once we
Hmm.
had the baby, we found out it was a boy, and we just always throughout the pregnancy we always named him Inch because we found out I was pregnant when he was about an inch old. So and when I got pregnant with Ray, we always called her Gummy because we didn't know what she was going to be. And when we
Hmm.
found out with her, she was the size of a gummy bear,
Okay.
so
Okay.
so we always named just Gummy. That was her nickname. So, but I just wanted to say, I'm sorry to hear that the Legends have lost their baby.
The only thing with their story, and I don't know the whole background, but she had been bleeding for so long, and she
Hmm.
had been on bed rest, and she had been bleeding for over a month. And in the medical, for me, from the medical point of view, that was way too long for her to be bleeding and not to be seen by a doctor. I don't want y'all to tell me over the phone, this is what I need to do. I need somebody to come either visit me at the house or let me come to the hospital and be seen, because that was way too long for her to be bleeding.
Well, because I have a incompetent cervix. I had miscarriage. I had the stillborn. And as soon as we found out that we were pregnant with Ray, they said immediate bed rest, double cyclage, monitoring. You moved from Alabama to come live in Brooklyn with me because I couldn't do anything. I barely could shower. I had to shower twice a week. It was very difficult. It was a very difficult pregnancy. And I said, I never want to go through this again. And I never went through it again. I never became pregnant again. I never got the scare that I was pregnant again because it would be the same risk. I would still be a high risk. Um, And yes, I agree. Like, had she been in the hospital itself, they would have been able to monitor her better. What happened with me was a slow leak. It wasn't, the water didn't break the way normal pregnancies, I would say, would break. It was just like a leaking, and then it was a bleed. And I was like, there's something wrong. And by the time we got to the hospital, they tried to keep the baby. They put me on, I think it was Pitocin to hold
Yes.
hold me in.
Yeah.
And but then they said, no, I'm going to have to deliver. So then they ended up giving me a different medicine to deliver. And
Oxycontin.
it was a life or death thing because they told Walter, it's going to be the baby or your wife, or the baby and your wife. You have to
Mhm.
talk to her, and she has to deliver this baby. So Walter was like, I'm not going to lose my wife. I'd rather lose the baby, and we could try again, but I'd rather lose the baby than my wife. So then I had to, he pretty much was like, Tisha, you're going to have the baby. And so that was very, very difficult time, you know. But yeah, that was, and like I said, you moved in with us from Alabama. That is a sacrifice. And Cordell was a baby. My nephew was a baby, and you moved in, and we had foster children at that time,
Yeah.
and so it was like something else. I don't even know how we got through that one, Nicki.
I know, right? We look back and just don't know how we do stuff. And then to be at the hospital when the baby was born, my
Yes,
niece.
yes.
So,
So that's about all that's going on. Uh, but this is the Twin This, and we were trying to keep it light and keep it on what you guys are talking about today. Um, no serious issues today.
no. So, but what are we talking about on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, that's a big deal. Wednesday, we will be having Alex Anderson join us. We will talk about our journey through the foster care system. We will be making that a three-part series, a four-part series. Um, it should be interesting. That will
Yeah.
be getting a little deep and a little heavy.
Yeah, because we could take it from different points of view, how it has affected you, affected me, affected him, how it affected the family in general, what we learned, all of that good stuff that we'll come up across, what we still deal with now, even as adults. So I think that this will be good. Because we all go through different things. So it might touch on different areas of someone else's life, not just necessarily the foster care system, but issues that they may have in their own families that they need to deal with, and how it's better today that we are more open with our families and our children and letting them be more open with us, so that they don't have to experience the same type of trauma if it can be avoided.
Thank you for saying trauma, because that's really what it is. When you're taken from your home and that's all you know. Well, that wasn't all that we knew, but that's all, kids know. And it is traumatic when you're taken from your home and put somewhere else. We're going to talk about foster care, being taken away, being separated, being um, reunited, how we have grown up today to be productive citizens. Well, most of us, 4 out of 5. Uh, um, so that is gonna be our Wednesday conversation. It is gonna start getting a little deeper. People have been wanting to know when I tell them that our story. My clients always are fascinated. Mom, before she passed, she wanted us to write a book on it, but I felt like that wasn't the time. Like, we started it, but it really wasn't the time, because some of the stuff that we needed to say didn't need to be said while she was living, I think, out of respect.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And some of the things that needed to be said, like, I don't think our brothers would really realize what we went through. They think it's easier because we're girls, but not necessarily, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I want to say thank you for watching today. This is Tisha McDonald, Alternatives Beauty Studio.
Tanika Gillar, I am naturally yours.
And this was a light and lively broadcast today. And we will see you Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you and have a good day.